Welcome guys, Sizwe Sakhe here, Sizwe Sakhe Academy, and this is the Global Classroom. We on trigonometry, we're doing the table of tan theta graph. We did sine theta, which is y. We also did cos theta, which is x. Y is sine theta, x is cos theta, so that we can get the tan theta graph. Remember, sine is equal to y. Sine theta is equal to y. When we're looking at the ratios that we have on our special angles, there are ratios per angle. Sine is y and cos theta is equal to x, right? Therefore, tangent, we know that tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. So this is what gives us, so it becomes sine theta is y. In our ratios, the y value, because we've got the x and the y value here, the y value is the sine theta, the x value is the cos theta. So this is how we get to find the tangent theta graph. The sine theta, you just come straight to the ratio. The y value is your sine theta. The cos theta, you come to the ratio. The x value is your cos theta. But tan theta, you can't just go directly here and find tan theta, but you've got to work out tan theta. And tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta, which means it's the y value over the x value. Then you get your tan theta to be your value. Your tan theta here will be your value, right? I just thought I should explain that before we begin, so that you understand why we have to do the y over x value. Now let's start with tan 0 degrees will be equal to sine 0 degrees over cos of 0 degrees. Now sine is 0 over cos 0 degrees is 1. The x value is 1. Therefore we have to find 0 divided by a 1. 0 divided by 1 is 0. So on tan theta, 0 degrees will be equal to a 0. Because I want to put these values as we go down. I'll try my best not to, to do this. At 0 degrees, maybe I should just, because I want to maintain the y over the x value. It's okay. So at 0 degrees, the tangent is 0. It is 0. That's the value we find. Now at 30 degrees, we will calculate 30 degrees and put it up there. So I don't need this. So at tan 30, we'll keep going down with these values. Hope we'll have enough space for all of it to come right. So we say tan 30 degrees is equal to sine of 30 degrees over the cos of 30 degrees. And this is sine 30. At 30 degrees, sine 30 is half over the cos of 30 degrees, which is root 3 over 2, which is equal to half, divided by root 3 over 2 is equal to half, multiplied by 2 over root 3. And we cancel this and we are left with 1 over root 3. So we've got 1 over root 3. Remember, we're not doing decimals, we're just doing straight ratios. So here at 30 degrees, tangent is 1 over the root of 3. That is what we have. Tan 30 degrees is equal to sine 30 degrees over the cos of 30 degrees is equal to half sine 30 is the y value. At 30 degrees we take the y value, which is half, and cos of 30 we take the x value, which is root 3 over 2, and then half divided by root 3 over 2. We change the sign, it becomes multiplication, and when we multiply we switch the ratio, the second part of the ratio, the divider, we switch it around, it becomes 2 over root 3, and then we cut 2, we get 1 over root 3. So pardon me, because of space I'll keep wiping each and every value that we do, right? So we get that value, we wipe it off, we put it there, we wipe it off. So at 45 we have tan 45 degrees is equal to, at 45 the sine, maybe let me put sine, because there is no need actually, because we now know, but sine 45 degrees over the cos of 45 degrees, which is equal to root 2 over 2 all over root 2 over 2, which is root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2. This is the divider, the divisor, and then we've got root 2 over 2, swap becomes multiplication, and then it becomes 2 over root 2. We cancel, therefore tan 45 degrees is equal to 1. Check these values in your calculator. We will do the decimal part this side. For now we're still looking at these values. So here it's 1, and we place 1 here, right? It's gonna take us a bit of time, please do bear with me. It's just the lack of, please do bear with me, it's just the lack of space. Soon we will graduate. So we're now dealing with tan 60 degrees equal to sine of 60 degrees over the cos of 60 degrees, which is equal, the sine of 60 is half, here we've got it, half divided by the cos of 60, which is root 3 over 2, which is equal to half divided by root 3 over 2, which is equal to half. We did take half, right? Sine of 60 is not half, it's root 3 over 2. Sorry, whoa, my bad. Sine of 60, at 60 sine here is root 3 over 2 over cos of 60 is half, right? And we say root 3 over 2 divided by a half is equal to root 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 over 1. This cancels. We've got root 3 over 1, which is the same as root 3. So at 60 degrees tan is root 3. Okay, it is root 3. Let's carry on. Hope I will have space. At 90 degrees we've got tan 90 degrees is equal to sine 90 degrees divided by a cos of 90 degrees, which is equal, sine of 90 degrees, sine is positive 1 over the cos is 0, and then 1 divided by 0, it is of course undefined, but let's prove it. 1 divided by 0, it is undefined. It says error. It is undefined, infinite, like this. So here we have the infinite value figure that we've calculated and proved to be true. Oh, then we come to 120 and we turn 120 degrees. We keep doing this right over the cos of 120 degrees, which is sine 120 degrees is root 3 over Sine 120 degrees is root 3 over 2 all over cos of 120 degrees. Remember, we've now reached the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, only sine, only the y value is positive. Remember, this is what we have. Here is the positive part. This part is positive, but this part is negative in the second quadrant. Or should I, because I'm jumping to the third quadrant, maybe let me use this. This part is positive. Sorry, is negative. Let me use my colors to explain this. Colors I've used to demonstrate. Here is my right. This part is the y value, and this part is positive. The y value, I'm using the same color I used for y, and for the x value, this is the part, and this part is negative, and this part is negative. Right, so you see, so the y value at this in the second quadrant is positive, the x value is negative, and we've got it that way here. So now root 3 over 2, just wanted to show you that root 3 over 2 is over at 120 degree minus a half, which is equal to minus, maybe let me say equal to root 3 over 2 divided by a negative half is equal to root 3 over 2 multiplied by negative 2 over 1. This cancels, and then we've got a negative root 3 over 1, which is equal to a negative root 3. Boom, negative root 3. So here we've got a negative root 3. Why? Because now we are dividing a positive and a negative, positive and a negative, positive and a negative, positive and a negative. So in the second quadrant, tan is negative. Therefore, all our answers in the second quadrant, it means from 120, 135, 150, even 180 and 180, we must get negative answers to prove that tan is negative in the second quadrant and fourth quadrant. Tan is positive in the third and first quadrant, first and third. Right, so we've got negative root 3. In essence, these numbers will keep repeating each other. So when I run out of space, I'll show you that, because now you see we've reached the undefined. We are going back to root 3. We'll be going back to 1, going back to 1 over 3, going back to 0, all over. But when we run out of time or space, we will do that. But for now, I want you to see how we get to this. So I don't want you to think I'm cheating when I'm just writing it as a figure instead of calculating. But because of space, I might be forced to do that, but I want you to see it. Tangent 135 degrees is equal to sine 135 degrees over a cos of 135 degrees, which is equal, sine 135 is root 2 over 2 divided by cos of 135 is negative root 2 over 2, which is equal to root 2 over 2 divided by negative root 2 over 2, which is equal to root 2 over 2 multiplied by negative 2 over root 2. Cancel, 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 cancel. We've got what? Negative 1. So at 135 we have what? A negative 1. Like I said, it's going back like that. So here we've got a negative 1, and it is a negative 1. Maybe let me do this here and just wipe these and these and these and these, and therefore these. Okay, so we are at 150, tan 150. Let me put this line here. tan 150 degrees, we did 135. 150 degrees is equal to sine 150 degrees over cos 150 degrees, which is equal, sine of 150 degrees is a half divided by cos of 150 minus root 3 over 2, which is equal to a half divided by negative root 3 over 2, which is equal to a half multiplied by negative 2 over root 3. It cancels, and we have minus 1 over a root 3. Minus 1 over a root 3 here, we've got a negative 1 over a root 3. Hope you're still with me, guys. Hope we're still together. At 180, let's see what we get at 180. I'm trying to save space. I need this space. Minus root 3 minus 1, it's minus 1 over root 3. At 180, let's calculate at 180. At 180 degrees, let us calculate. So we've got tan 180 degrees is equal to sine 180 degrees over a cos of 180 degrees. Now sine 180 degrees is 0 over a cos of 180 degrees is minus 1, and a 0 divided by a 1 is a 0. Positive divided by negative is negative, so we put here negative 0, but we don't, we just say 0. So here we've got a 0. Let me bring this even this side. Alright, so now you can see we came down from 0, 1 over root 3, 1 root 3 undefined. We went back to root 3 but negative this time because we are in the second quadrant. So it's negative because it was positive divided by negative. Positive divided by negative, it becomes negative. So second quadrant, and we know that in the second quadrant, tangent is a 0. Sorry, tangent is a negative. It's in the second quadrant, tangent is negative. So hence is negative up until we get to 0 here. Now you will see it will go back to this, and this, but it's now going to be in the third quadrant where tangent is the boss. In the third quadrant, tangent is the main man and is positive. Let's see. So we're doing 210. 210 is in the third quadrant. So let's do tan 210 degrees is equal to sine 210 degrees over the cos of 210 degrees, which is equal tan 210 degrees. Sine 210 degrees is a negative half over cos 210 degrees is a negative root 3 over 2. Already this tells us negative, it tells us it's a positive, but let's carry on. Though I'm running out of space, it's going to be a negative half divided by a negative root 3 over 2. And let me bring this here and say negative, oh my bad, negative half multiplied by a negative 2 over root 3. It cancels, negative and negative, it's positive 1 over root 3. It is positive 1 over root 3. So here we've got 1 over a root of 3. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. The rest I'm going to fit in as they are. I just want you to go and finish on your own these. Maybe I should leave them for you to finish them, but or maybe you can just pause me here and then try and finish the rest and see if you are getting the hang of it. The numbers should just follow. So here we'll be going, since it's positive 1 over root 3, here it will be a positive 1, here it will be minus, it would be a positive 1 here, it would be a positive root 3, and here at 270 it would be an undefined, it would come like this, and at root 3. 300, let's do 300. 300 would take us to root 3, but remember now, we are in the fourth quadrant, therefore tangent is negative in the fourth quadrant. Once we've reached 270, we are in the fourth quadrant. Tangent in the fourth quadrant, we are here. We are here. We are here. The y value is negative, this side. And 270, remember, is right here, 270 degree, where it is undefined. But when we move beyond 270 and we are here at 300, it becomes negative. So from here it's negative. Why? Because the y value is negative and the x value is positive this side. So it's y value, which is negative, over y value, y value, which is negative, all over the x value, which is positive. And when we divide the two, we get what? The negative tangent. Tangent becomes negative here. Tangent becomes negative here. Tan theta is equal to negative in this quadrant, where the owner of the fourth quadrant is cos. That's why we put cast. Say C-A-S-T. Cos owns the space, not tangent. So tangent is negative here. Tangent was positive here and here. This is where tangent owns, has a positive value, but here and here has a negative value. I just thought I should keep reminding you of that, because it becomes nice and easy when you see this thing. So 300, at 300 we still have these values going, so we have a negative root 3. At 315 we have a negative 1. At 330 we therefore have a negative 1 over root 3. And then at 360, I'll put 360 here closer. At 360 we've got but it's root 3, 1, negative, dip, and at 360 we have what? A 0, because it's 1 over x, it's not a 0. Let's see, at 360, tan 360 degrees is equal to sine 360 degrees all over cos 360 degrees. Maybe let me just not put tan because of space. Let me just say sine 360 degrees over cos 360 degrees. Sine 360 degrees is 0. And cos 360 degrees is over. Cos 360 degrees is 1. And anything divided, 0 divided by 1 is a 0. Is a 0. Just wanted to. So here it is a 0. Therefore, at 360 degrees, the tangent is 0. You can see it makes sense. Moved from here to root 3 to minus root 3, minus 1 over root. Therefore, it gives that it goes back to a 0. Right, guys, this is what I wanted to show you. The values using our ratios to find the tan theta graph. As we go down, this is how we do. comes down to. This is what it comes down to, right? And then we can do the decimals. Check the video where we did with the tan graph doing the decimals. It's a matter of using a calculator here, calculating it, using a calculator and putting those values. It's just a repeat of this. Here it would be 0. So we calculate, I think it's 0.577. 1 is 1. Root 3 is 1.73, if I'm not mistaken. And then undefined, maybe let's just do it once and for all. Shouldn't be hard. It's just 0. Let me put it there and put I'll just write decimals here. Use another color. I'll just write decimals, decimal, and then underline it at 0 degrees. Oh, the space now. Let me move this up there. Teacher, what is happening, teacher? Sorry about it. Should have kept this here. So let me put my decimal here. A decimal. The point form, if you want to put it that way. So at 0 it would be 0. At 0 degrees, 0 in decimal form is 0. 1 over root 3, 1 divided by 0.577. 0.577. 1 is 1. Root 3 is 1.73. 732, because we put it in 3 decimal places. This remains minus root 3. It goes back, it's minus 1.732. Minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 over root 3, it's minus 0.577. 0. And then it goes to the positive third quadrant. It becomes 0.577, goes back, 1 is 1, and this is 1.732. Undefined again at 270. Minus root 3 would be in the fourth quadrant. Minus root 3 would be minus 1.732. Minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 over root 3 is minus 0.577. 0 is 0. So these are the decimals. They just follow each other like this. Thought I should just finish up with that and finish this whole thing here. So we've got the degrees. What I didn't put here are the radians. The radians, it's just if you check the tan, the sine theta and the cos theta graph, the y and the x, you've got their values here. We've got the degrees from this side, and then it's degrees, pi radians, and then there's ratios, x and y values. We put them there, and then we follow with this. So this is what it is. If I were to put maybe I should leave the radians for you to put. I'll put a few of them and then leave them for you to finish up. Let me put them in red. Let me put them in red and say radians. Oh, space is going to kill me here. Let me not write the word radian. We know it's tan theta graph, so let me just wipe tan. Don't want to wipe all these dots because they help me put it in. They help me put it in a straight line. I don't like long videos, but let me say radians, and then 0 is 0 radian. Pi 30 degrees is pi over a 6. 45 is pi over 4. 60 is pi over 3. 90 is pi over 2, 120 is 2 pi over 3. I want to leave a few for you to fill in, but hey, you can just pause me anywhere and just fill them in and check them back. We've got them in the other one, which is 3 pi over 4, 150 is 5 pi over 6, 180 is pi, 210 is 7 pi over 6, 225 is is 5 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 240 becomes 4 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, 270 is 3 pi over 2, 300 is is 5 pi over 3. Is it 5 pi over 3? Yeah, 5 pi over 3. Do I have 5 pi over 3 here? No, it is 5 pi over 3, and 315 is 7 pi over 4, and 330 is 11 pi over 6, and 360 is 2 pi. But I want to confirm 300, if it truly is 5 pi, 5 times 180 is equal to, and divide by 3, it is 300, 5 pi over 3. So this is what I just wanted to put it here. You'll see in the sine graph and cos graph, it's the degrees first, pi radians, and then this figure, and then this figure. I'm not sure if I did put this one, but even if I didn't, it's all the same. So here you'll have your ratios here, your ratios and your degrees this side, and then you've got your pi's here, and then you've got this. Guys, I've taken too much in this video, too much time. Thank you for watching. Hope you follow this. This is the table for the tan graph. In other words, when you get here, when you want to plot your tan graph, you use these figures. They will help you. It will show you how to just help you get the graph right. You following these ratios, following these values we've found, the tangent values. So the tangent, we don't come and just get values directly as we did with sine and cos, because with sine we just came, took a 0 is 0, half is half. With cos we took a 1 at 0 degree, cos is 1. We just took these values as they are. But in the tangent, we have to calculate it. We have to find these values, because tangent is y over x, which is sine over sine over cos, which is opposite over the adjacent. Guys, thank you for having me. Thank you for spending this much long time learning this, and God bless you.